What is up, guys? NYKia31 here. This is Madden 17, Mutt Salary Cap Ranked. The premium playbooks are out, and that means the run and shoot playbook is back in the building and available for play and use in Mutt. So you know we had to go out and get it, and I've been experimenting with lineups quite a bit, seeing what I can get away with and what I can't as far as receivers, quarterback, running back, and offensive line is concerned. When it comes to the offensive line, I really got to bone up on pass blocking. I'm not going to take any chances with tanking too many offensive. I shouldn't say tanking. I'm not going to go too much or too far below that 85 to 88 range when it comes to pass blocking. As a matter of fact, I refuse to go below 85 to 88 when it comes to pass block rating. Run block rating, I think you can survive with the low to mid 80s, but pass block, you gotta have it. You gotta have it, or you're not gonna have time for the deep route combos to develop. You just won't. You'll be on your back. So, with that in mind, it's just a matter of finding good cap values, as good a cap value as you can at the spots that you need for your OL. Now, when it comes to receiving options, there's a couple of ways you can go about it. I'm a purist, so I decided to tank both my tight end spots and go four wide. Or you can throw a tight end out there and go three wide. Up to you. Quarterback for me, if he's mobile, it's a plus because then I can throw in the zone read game. But first things first, above all else, he's gotta have a hose for an arm and he's gotta have deep throwing accuracy. I can't have these pop gun arm, gold Matt Ryan's, Andy Dalton. Can't have him. I can't have a Philip Rivers, unfortunately, the gold version. You could use the ball like Philip Rivers. He's got 90 arm strength, I believe. But guys like Vegas Russell Wilson, I don't know. Team of the week Carson Wentz. Uh, could you go with Cam Newton? That 81 deep accuracy scares me. But he's got the hose for an arm, and he certainly has the mobility to make things happen when things break down, and give you a keep threat on the zone read if you get a keep read. The back has to be able to break tackles, either truck or super elusive. I've become a fan of the battle ready chemistry. Gibbs has sold me on it. Listening to him speak on it, I'm going with the Rashad Jennings team of the week. 82 overall, 35 cap. One thing that really worries me about him is that 89 carry. He's a bit of a fumbler. But, you can go Derrick Henry, certainly. You can go David Johnson, Emmett Smith, Adrian Peterson, any of those backs that have that already. And if they can catch out of the backfield, even better. Like one of the things I like to do, one of the little wrinkles I added here, is that on a block and release route, you'll pick up the edge pressure. And if there's no edge pressure coming, you'll block and release into the route. Receivers. On the outside, you need one guy who flat out can scare the hell out of people. Randy Moss is that guy for me. There's a lot of options you can put out there, but for me, Randy Moss plays like a Madden 16 wide receiver. He gets insane downfield catch animations. If you combine him with a deep throwing chemistry quarterback, you can get his spec catch up to 97 tier 1, 98 tier 2. My only quibble with Moss is that I think he's 2 steps too slow. He's 92 speed, Cooks is 93. Moss should be the fastest receiver in the game, hands down. We're talking about prime Randy Moss here. Prime Randy Moss had gas. We're talking legit 4-2. My hunch is that they ate this speed a little bit so that he doesn't become the most OP player in the game and break the entire game. Kelvin Benjamin, as he drops the post pass. I was going to say, Kelvin Benjamin, I have the gold Kelvin Benjamin. Got this from good old S. Gibbs. taking some advice from S. Gibbs here. He's only 27 cap. He's super cheap. He's 6'5" with 91 catching traffic, 91 release, so he'll break press coverage, and 91 spec catch. And all I literally ask of him is that jumping is only 81, but at 6'5", it's good enough, especially for a base version like that. And literally the only thing I ask him to do is catch post routes over the middle, deep corners, and one-on-one jump balls. That's it. That's his job. Run the post, run the dig, run the corner, the fly, and the deep comeback. And let Moss do the complicated stuff. The slots. Brandon Cooks. Brandon Cooks is great on the bubbly. He's even better when the outside receiver doesn't go inside to block someone and actually blocks the outside corner. That seems to happen, I would say, 3 out of 10 times. He's also really good. He's good at any bubble outlet type of route or any flat read type of route, like that route that Amendola just ran, which I ignored because I said, hey, I got Randy one-on-one, I'm taking a shot no matter what. But he's great at those type of routes. He's good at the shallow cross. He's not quite as good as you head downfield, because his catching traffic is around, 87, 88-ish, and he won't go up for those spec catches like that in traffic. That's a bit of a problem with him. If you want, you can put him outside as one of your field stretchers, but he's going to have to get by people with speed. He's not going to be able to out-jump people like Moss for spec catches. Marvin Harrison would be a good option in the slot. He's got 88 catching traffic, but he also has 90 spec catch and the aggressive catch trait, so he'll go for the ball with aggression over the middle, as Cooks won't. Legend Tim Brown would be absolutely perfect. There's a lot of guys you can use. You can use the Chris Conley that is out now. He's basically a poor man's version of Brandon Cooks. He's 92 speed, but he has 90 catching traffic. That certainly works, but I definitely would not go below 90 catching traffic for the slot receiver unless he has the aggressive catch trait, so you can get aggressive animations going for user spec catches and whatnot over the middle. Let's talk about little Danny Amendola. You know what? That tough little bugger does a pretty good job. Again, this is just a base point, and we'll see what we can get away with. But for 77 overall, 1,000 coins, 21 cap value, watch what Randy Moss does here. That's why I feel like he is an absolute must-have if you're going to run this playbook. And then your Z receiver can be whoever the hell you want. But you got to have that threat. He is a constant threat to do that. And he's really the only receiver in this year's game that is a consistent threat to win spec catches at any time over anybody. Out of the elite tier receivers, the only guys I would consider putting out there over him or instead of him would be the fast Eddie McCaffrey and the Thanksgiving Herman Moore. If you're still on a budget, any AJ Green will do. Base DeAndre Hopkins, base Alshon Jeffrey, guys like that. A Dez Bryant, a base OBJ, and then when you have the coin to upgrade, you upgrade. Now Danny Amendola, let's go back to Danny Amendola. 77 overall, will cost you 1,000 coins, 21 cap value, and with that, you get 90 route running and 88 catching traffic. Again, the absolute lowest I'm willing to go on catching traffic. That's your floor. Throw him out there, see how he does, see how long he holds up. He's slow as dirt, but the thing I like about him is that on those seam choice routes, he's always where I need him to be. He's got 88 awareness. I think that's what that is. He's got 88 awareness, and when he's supposed to do the square in on choice, he does a square in. When he's supposed to do the post, he does the post. On seam option, when he's supposed to do a curl, he does it. I love that about him. Sometimes Cooks just, boom, goes straight down the seam, but I want him to either go inside or stop. And his catching traffic is 1 point higher than Cooks. So he's worth giving at least a shot to see how far he can get before he gets overmatched. Like here, look at him on the right on this seam option play. He just sits right in that vacated area, that empty area, I go for the kill shot here. I went for the kill shot there to Moss to end the game, but Amendola, he's just Mr. Johnny on the spot. He's just very reliable. He's always where I need him to be. It seems like every single time. But if you want to upgrade from him, there are just a ton of guys out there that you can get for a pretty reasonable cost in that 89, 90, 91 catching traffic range. That's really all you need from that spot. You need route running and catching traffic, and if he's fast, that's a bonus. If you want to throw a tight end there, you can absolutely do that as well. There are a ton of tight end options, and you'll get better blocking on your outside runs and on the bubble screens, and also on the outside zone, inside zone. You have to bounce it outside. Throwing a tight end out there with along with the three receivers can do plenty of good. It actually might be the better way to go. You can tank a couple of receiving spots. You can tank one of the tight end spots. Throw a guy like Gronk out there, and Ozzie Newsome, Jimmy Graham, Olsen. A lot of good tight end options you can throw out there and play like that. So basically, it's up to you. So there you have it. The run and shoot is back in the building for Mud. Hope you guys enjoy and try it, and talk to y'all later. Peace.